Hello guys, Crispy, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, or if you don't celebrate it, a wonderful anything, wonderful few days. And I hope like all of the days in the next year are gonna be wonderful for you. We're gonna be running here the GT 710 in Rust, December 2019, because this game's always having like updates and stuff like that, so the performance really changes way too much throughout the year, I think. Anyways, I'm gonna be playing, of course, with our beautiful GT 710 DDR3 version of the card. It's a silent version as well, and I overclocked it a little bit. You can see that in MSI Afterburner. And I'm gonna be playing, of course, at 1080p to start off the video, and then I'm gonna probably drop it down to 720. Everything should be on the minimum, so if it isn't, I'm just gonna everything turned off and everything turned off. So these are the minimum settings of the game. The game really looks bad like this, and this time, my friends, I came prepared. There's a little camera over here. Hello. If my capture card just breaks for some reason, because it sometimes happens, I'll still be able to record here with this camera. So, hello guys. How are you doing? Face reveal? No, not yet. Right, so to no one's surprise, I think, we're not getting playable FPS here at 1080p, but it's not too bad. We're getting still pretty similar FPS to what we got with the GT 730. Of course, the 730 wasn't really too much overclocked, you know. I did overclock this one by quite a bit, 200 megahertz on the core and 300 on the memory, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, you can still appreciate beautiful graphics. I usually say that at 1080p. But these graphics aren't very beautiful, are they? Look at these trees. Everything looks pretty much like vomit, I would say. Like, I'm not even like exaggerating or anything. You look at that, and the first thing that comes to mind is vomit, in my opinion. So, yeah, nothing has textures here like this, but at least the game is a little bit crisp, you know, and that's what I like the most in games, because my name is yeah, at least the game is crisp, but we of course are going to be lowering the resolution by a bit here, and we do have some weapons, so that's good for the thumbnails. Oh my gosh, is this an AWP? I've never seen one of these in Rust. Like, I've actually played this game for a bit, and I've never seen an AWP. I've had this one, the AK, I've had this one, but not this one. This one is amazing, guys. You can only probably get this one in like the helicopters or something. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, of course, but yeah, I haven't played this one in years. So, all right. So shadows look really bad as well, as you can probably tell there. Everything looks pretty bad. So I don't think that messing with config files and stuff like that here in Rust will do anything, because the developers already allow you to do this to their game. So what we're gonna do now is actually lower our resolution, of course, to 720p. So we got an 18 FPS on average. That's not too bad, you know. In the menu we were getting a little bit less than that, so I'm glad to see that it performs, I don't know what to call it, frankly, and it's not well, it doesn't perform well, but considering that this is a GT 710, I will say that it's performing well enough here for Rust at least. So let's do what? We're getting 40 FPS at 720p, guys. Like, seriously, this is amazing. I was really not expecting this performance coming from the 710. Now, granted that this game actually performed pretty decently like a few years ago, like in 2012, 2013, whenever it came out, you could actually run it on a GT 210, GeForce 210, so, and it ran pretty fine, you know, at like 30 FPS, I think, 720p, lowest settings. It's not like that to 200p or 240p, it's actually 720p. So yeah, you know, the game didn't of course look as good as this. Not that it looks good now, but it did look way worse back in the days when it came out, especially on the lowest settings. I didn't really play it back then. I started playing it. It was a little bit like, I think the experimental update was already in place when I started playing this. I played it like in 2014 or 15, I think, with my friends. But you know what, guys? I was really not thinking of telling you this, but the game is playable on a GT 710 at 720p. We are dropping from 30 FPS sometimes, while our 1% lows are at 24 right now, but it's not so bad. We're getting a 32 FPS on average here. Of course, we are running around trees over here, like a little forest area, so it's kind of a little bit more demanding than in other areas of the map. For example, like there, I know that the snow areas are really not that demanding, as well as the desert areas. So if you want to play it with the GT 710, just make sure you overclock it first, because if you don't overclock it, it's probably gonna be really bad. But yeah, with a hefty overclock of 200 megahertz, which I feel most people should be able to achieve that with the GT 710 DDR3, yeah, you can see that our averages are actually above 30 FPS. I'm super happy to see this. I was expecting this to be one of those videos that the GT 710 was really bad, so it's probably not gonna get a ton of views, unfortunately. What the heck? Wait a second. I was trying to get out of the horse, which is in space, I remember now, and I clicked F. And this actually has a laser sight on it. What the hell, guys? This map is insane. This server is insane, guys. And it's actually a Portuguese server, if I'm not mistaken, you know? Because Portugal. Yeah, that seems really Portuguese to me. By the way, I am Portuguese, if you don't know. Olá pessoal, como é que vocês estão? Isto é um bocado difícil a transição entre inglês para português, por isso se eu gaguejar um bocadinho, já sabem. And I'm sorry, you English people or people that don't really speak Portuguese. Yeah, I was just saying that you guys are beautiful, you know? I'm not lying, okay? You guys are beautiful anyways. So, alright, I'm gonna leave it like that. 32 FPS on average. I'm pretty happy with these results with the 710. But of course, this wouldn't be a 710 video without me trying at least the lowest in-game resolution. So I'm gonna do that. 640 by 480. And now this is probably gonna be like the demise of my little capture card. It doesn't really like low resolution, so it's probably not recording too well. So hello camera. Hope you guys enjoyed this method of things. It's probably not gonna be too sharp, but you know, who needs crispy things when you got crisp here? Oh my gosh, look at that! 80 FPS in Rust! Guys, if you are looking for a 60 FPS experience in this one, and yes guys, I usually talk like this with my hands up in my videos, but you guys aren't seeing it of course because I'm playing the game, but oh my gosh, is that a bear? No, it's not. Okay, so alright, so we've spotted our first disadvantage of low resolutions in Rust. I couldn't really... What the heck? This actually kills me as well! Are you kidding me? I thought only bears killed you. Oh my god, okay, it's running away. I didn't want to do that, but you brought it on yourself, guy. What is this? We have some bullets? What is this? Hey G-Grid, oh my god, what the heck? Oh my gosh, I am fully kitted out, guys. What the heck is this server? I love this. I do have grenades as well. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna reload this. The beautiful 640 by 480 graphics. At least we are getting above 60 FPS. I forgot to turn the averages and 1% lows counting system on. But yeah, our 1% lows are close to 60 as of now. But of course, as we are going to a forest area, it's gonna drop from 60. But our averages are really damn good. I think they are better than the GT 730. So we got a little stutter there. That's why our 1% lows are at 2 FPS right now. But that's probably gonna stabilize in a minute or two, unless the game starts stuttering a little bit more here with the horse. I'm not really sure about that. You know, I usually don't find horses in Rust, but you know what, guys, you can't really see at this distance, but if you really need to get 60 FPS in Rust with the GT 710, you can do it without even getting into the config file. So that's amazing. Now the question is, can it actually do 144 FPS? And I will be trying to change the resolution down to like 144p to see that, like I did in Rainbow Six Siege. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be successful in doing that, because most games actually don't allow you to do that. We got a little sight here as well. That's amazing, guys. So okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. 67 FPS on average, 47 FPS, 1% lows, of course, because of those little drops there. and I'm gonna go ahead and try to set it to 144p, and hopefully we will be successful. Otherwise, I'll be really sad. Where are the Rust config files? So I think I found it, guys. It's over here in common Rust, the Steam apps folder, like usual stuff, you know. And now it should be one of these, maybe this one. I'm just gonna try to lower the graphics even further than that. I'm just gonna put false in everything. That's true. Show outlines, false. FPS limits over 9,000. Yes, 9001. Graphics branding. What the heck is that? I'm not gonna change that. I don't know what those are. FOV. Oh boy. Can you actually do 5? 4? You know what? Let's go for it. Let's go with 4 FOV and like 50 draw distance over here. Graphics resolution. What the heck is this? 18. What about 1? My gosh, I'm missing the keys. I can't seem to find the resolutions. So apparently the only way to lower your resolution in Rust is in game. So I'm gonna try to set a lower resolution over here. So 144p, that's 256 by 144. That's 10 times lower than my actual screen resolution, which is 1440p. Oh boy. Yep, that's the resolution, guys. Yes, of course, I want this resolution. This is amazing. Okay. Oh my gosh, just look at that. That's the size of the resolution, I think. So, I'm gonna start Rust right now. Let's do this. So it's the moment of truth, guys. And see if it actually allows us to go to 144. Yes, it does! Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? I was really not expecting that. Oh my god! Guys, I really need to lower the size of this. Right, so this is as low as it goes, guys. Both resolution-wise and MSI afterburner thingy, rivet tuner thingy. So, oh my gosh, how am I gonna find my server? Rustigal, I think it is, guys. I think it is. This is gonna be fun, guys. We're just gonna take a look at the FPS for a moment because I don't really want to play like this for the entirety of the video, you know. This is the moment. The moment that we've all been waiting for is approaching us right now, guys. Is this gonna work? I think it is, right? It is working right now. The capture card is just struggling as heck. I'm really just gonna turn that off. Oh boy. Okay, so it's not nighttime. Guys, look at that. We're almost bottlenecking the GT 710 with our Ryzen 7 3700X. At 100 plus FPS. Jesus, that's amazing, guys. I'm just gonna start counting our averages and 1% lows, of course. So, can we do something? I think this is the actual server that we just left. So, where's the horse, by the way? I think I left him like really close to me, but I can't see anything. I can't even see our average frame rates right now. I think it's 126 or 136. I'm not sure, but oh my god, guys, we're running Rust at 144p. It's always amazing when you can actually play games at such low resolutions. That's awesome, man. You developers out there, you shouldn't limit your lowest resolution possible, you know? Don't make people buy new GPUs. If they have a 144 Hz monitor with the GT 710, they should be able to achieve those frame rates, or at least close to them, you know, and they should be able to experience your game with their hardware at 100 plus FPS. Of course, you don't really need 144 FPS plus all of the time to take advantage of a high refresh rate monitor. This one does just fine. Well, actually, yeah, of course it does just fine. What the heck am I talking about? Okay, whatever, guys. 100 and average, I think 60 FPS. I'm not sure. I don't have a clue, but it looks awesome. It is amazing now, and I'm gonna try to spot things at the distance at least and try to play the actual game for a little bit. So I'm just gonna turn that off. That's Riva Tuner, by the way, program I use to display things on screen with MSI Afterburner. And look at this. I'm just gonna try to capture a little bit of footage in the capture card, just so you guys can... Oh my gosh, what the heck just happened? I just opened the program of the capture card in my laptop and that happened. It's recording right now. I don't think that's gonna look pretty. It's not supposed to look pretty. It's just so you can actually see for yourself without the camera, you know, the graphics that I'm experiencing. This is so good, guys. Oh, look at that tree. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. The trees still look kind of like vomit, but now it's acceptable, actually. You know, it looks kind of okay when you're at this resolution. At 1080p, the trees just looked out of place, but now, oh my god, I think the capture card just crashed completely. I hope you guys could see something there. Look at that. It's acceptable now, as I was saying. It was not acceptable to have vomit trees at 1080p. You can't even see, you can't even read whatever that is. I think that's like a can. I'm not sure. It might be a grenade, actually. One of those grenades. Yeah, I think it's one of those grenades that I used to make in Rust. So, oh boy. But the experience, guys, it's smooth, you know? It's really, really smooth. I thought we had to lower our resolution to this to play at like 60 FPS, but actually it's running just fine here. If you're playing like this, I think you should actually use a scope at all times. You know, it's very, very important to use a scope here. What the heck? Oh, that's a horse! What the heck is going on? Things are just rendering in. Look at that. I just... 2 more steps or whatever. Wait a second. Oh my gosh, look at that difference! Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? That's insane. That's probably due to one of these settings that we changed for the render distance. I'm not too sure about that because the render distance of these things was actually too low even without touching those settings. So actually, let me just check here. Oh, I can't. I was just gonna check the values here to see if any of them changed with my config files adventure. But I have no idea, guys. I can't read these, let alone these. What the heck? This is awesome. This is completely awesome. I love this. Anyways, I'm just gonna do my thumbnail here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was, well, I was gonna say informative for you, but, you know, maybe if you came here looking if the 710 could do 60 FPS in Rust, if it was playable, it's actually playable even at 720p, so that's amazing to see. Yeah, and hopefully you guys found the video funny. I certainly did have a ton of fun here testing Rust like this. It's always a ton of fun to test the GT710 in games that it isn't really supposed to run. So thank you so much for watching again. Don't forget to like it and subscribe. How do I like subscribe with my hand? Like it and subscribe. If you guys enjoyed the video, I'll see you in the next one. I love you all. Bye bye.